Thank you again for your hard work and commitment to this topic. You're all making a real difference, and I look forward to hearing the important action items that everyone will take away from today's summit.
I'm joined by retired General Barry McCaffrey, an NBC News military analyst who is also the White House drug czar during the Clinton administration, and Vicki Cornell, who serves on the Addiction Policy Forum Advisory Board. Her husband, singer Chris Cornell, died last year after battling drug addiction. Thanks to both of you for being here. Vicki, I want to start with you. I want to send my condolences for your loss, and I just want to let you talk. What is your message today?
I think that we have a deadly epidemic that is taking 174 lives a day, and that's due to drug overdoses alone. Doesn't take into account drug and alcohol-related deaths. It would be like a plane crash every single day. There would be outrage, and it's time for us to voice our outrage and do something about this epidemic.
General McCaffrey, let me have you respond to what Vicki is saying, this lack of outrage that she talks about to address this crisis, what's really a crisis in our country. The White House is making a commitment today, proposing an additional $3 billion for the Department of Health and Human Services, an additional $10 billion for next year. What do you make of those proposals? Is it enough?
Well, look, first of all, we're really proud that Vicki Cornell has joined the board of advisors for Addiction Policy Forum. Jessica Halsey Lynch is organizing the effort. It's based primarily around recognition of the massive loss of life, the tragedy of this ongoing overdose epidemic. You know, basically it was 64,000 dead last year from drug overdoses. So I'm a little bit concerned. First of all, I'm glad the White House is paying attention to it, and that the First Lady has opened the conference, that they've assembled a lot of people that care about the issue. But at the end of the day, we care about money and strategy, and we haven't yet released the new National Drug Policy Strategy. The Christie Commission did a great job outlining the issues. Where is the leadership? There's an acting National Drug Policy Director, an acting CDC Director, an acting DEA Director. We're just not paying enough attention to the biggest public health crisis we've had in decades.
Why does it matter that they're acting directors? A lot of people see those titles, they don't understand what the difference is. Why are you arguing, look, we need people installed who are there permanently?
Well, it's not only we. I mean, the president does. This is an obvious political winner of an issue for him to show he's concerned about this massive loss of life and the attendant criminal conduct and the devastation it's causing in American communities, which Vicki is only too aware of. So, you know, you've got to have people that have the president has trust in, that the nation understands, knows about the issue. And then finally, they got to be Senate confirmed so that they have standing in the most important part of government, which is the budgetary process. We know how to deal with this issue. Dr. Nora Volkow, National Institute of Drug Abuse, spent her life, along with this tremendous scientific group, understanding addiction. But it takes organization, leadership, and resources. Those are lacking.
Vicki, you obviously do a lot of work to help those who've been affected by this. What can you tell us in terms of the resources that exist that may have been most helpful to you, and where is the country falling short?
I think that there's a severe lack of resources, actually, and that's one of the things that, along with the Addiction Policy Forum, we're working to change. We just launched the portal online to help families find treatment and assess where they're at, them, their loved ones. We're also going to be launching a crisis line in the spring dedicated to addiction, a hotline that's monitored with real clinicians 24 hours a day. And I think that really our biggest issue is to train the medical community, medical professionals. Right now, only 8% of all medical universities are even doing anything with a curriculum on addiction. It's not required. So I think that we're lacking severely in the medical field, and we need to retrain our doctors to be able to deal with the issue and the epidemic, I think, of overprescribing and how to treat people with addiction.
Vicki Cornell, I'm going to leave it there with that very important and powerful last thought. General Barry McCaffrey, thank you as well for joining us. This is a critical topic. We're going to continue to follow it. Really appreciate your voices today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to be with you, Kristen.
White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders set to brief reporters